Welcome to the EcoCampus guide to using Carbon Manager for reporting on carbon emissions using the medium and detailed waste tiers from the residential and non-residential estate. So here's the medium scenario. The university has different data on the waste fractions but no understanding of the compositional breakdown of the waste sent to landfill. The university also has some mixed recycling facilities in the student halls of residences. The other approach is the detailed approach, and this basically is the same as the medium approach. However, the detailed approach assumes that you have identified all your waste streams and through speaking with your contractor or through other means you know the composition of your waste to landfill as well as its treatment methods. If this is the case, use your own percentage breakdowns instead of the DEFRA or HEI breakdown percentages. So let's have a look at some imaginary data the medium approach may apply to at Wessex University. They have identified their waste streams from recycling but have no information on the compositional breakdown of their waste to landfill. They intend to use Carbon Manager to calculate their Scope 3 waste carbon footprint. The waste streams and tonnages at the university have been identified through speaking with their waste contractor. They include paper and card, plastic, glass, food and drink composting and commingled recycling. The university do not know about the composition of commingled recycling, and as such it is treated as mixed municipal open loop recycling. Applying the detailed approach, the commingled recycling could be sampled to identify the fractions, and these tonnages added to the pre-existing individual recycling streams. As we said previously, we don't know enough about the composition of the waste to landfill. Using these percentages, you can work out the content of the waste sent to landfill. If you have detailed information, this is where you would apply your own institution's percentage breakdowns. Upon calculating your waste fraction, you may have instances where your tons of waste for a particular time period is less than 1, for example plastic and food and green waste. If this is the case, you can sum these amounts and add the total to the first or second month of your particular academic year. This will ensure all your data is captured. You could also consider rounding up or down. So that was for the non-residential estate. What about the residential estate? You treat the residential estate in a similar manner. The only difference is that you use a different set of percentage breakdowns for your landfill. In this case, the 2008 DEFRA waste compositional data. So you can use these percentage breakdowns for your residential estate and select these landfill categories from the scope editor in Carbon Manager. I'll show you how to do this later. As you can see, there are more waste fractions from landfill from the residential estate that you need to consider. For example, food waste, dense plastic, plastic film and textiles amongst others. If you are still unsure what tiered approach applies to your organisation, you can use this diagram taken from the HEFCE guidance document. This is how to set up your medium or detailed waste scope in Carbon Manager. Assuming that you have already set up a basic scope, select this from the drop-down menu in the top right-hand corner in the Energy Scope Editor menu and amend the Energy Scope name from Basic to Medium. If you have not created a basic scope, create a new scope. You can sort the waste fraction by category or name to make it easier to find them. Then simply select the relevant categories in the Scope Member column. Finally, click Update Scope. You can now go to the Data Manager screen and select your HEFCE Scope 3 medium waste from the drop-down Carbon Sources menu on the left-hand side. You can now see all the waste sources you selected. Select the relevant site from the drop-down list on the right-hand side, in this case the School of Education. Select the relevant waste fraction and click the pen icon, ensuring you have the correct year selected. You can then input your waste data split between the various months of the academic year. In this case, September, October and November. Finally, click Save.